Hey, what's up, guys? Alright, let me get comfortable here. Alright. How's it going on this Saturday? But I'm doing good too. I just had some pizza. Let me go to the music. And there we go. It's a banger, but you'll hear it in a minute anyway. But yeah, this is Doki Literature Club. We haven't booted into the game quite yet, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit nervous. Like, I'm not nervous for the first hour of the stream, but I am a little bit nervous for what happens after the hour, or depends on how long I stall. But you know what? That's okay. This is my test of courage. Let's just put it like that. But anyway, if you've seen my pinned comment, there's a slight content warning, so please look up the game if you're not aware. But yeah, we're gonna get started here. So I'm gonna enjoy the first hour in the game and then probably cry. So I have every light on in my house right now. So let's go. This will be a little bit more intense than when I did the Baldi, I think. But I guess we'll get through it. Alright. Let's see. I guess we'll go into the game. Really cute. Alright. I guess we'll just start a new game. Alright. What should the main character name be? Let's do Slime. Also, I am in the works on figuring out what my proper name will be on the channel. So look forward to that. I'm on, brainstorming since I just got consciousness as a slime. Yeah, no, we're not doing that one. Okay. Nah, we'll just do Slime. The main character is Slime-chan. Okay. Hey! I see this annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might drag to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. If she's going to chase me after this, I almost feel bad for running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalks that Sayori catch up to me. Ah! I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe I'm only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. She's cute. That's mean, Slime. Well, if people start acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean to me, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Move the window real quick. Also, you're gonna get very good voice work from me today. We cross the street together and make our way to the school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Slime, have you decided on a club to join yet? I think I did cross country a little bit ago. Is that a club? I could do that. The club. Told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. We're a social outcast. I haven't been looking either. Yeah, that's not true. You told me you would join the club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, but in many of our conversations where I would dismissingly go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending little free time on games and anime. That sounds like the life. Just join the anime club. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to being in the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look into a few clubs to make you happy, if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me to try a little? Yeah, I guess. I promise you that. Yay. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind, at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. Those are the best kind of people, though. Well, we're in the school. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it, so we just did a time skip. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but start with the anime club. See, that's a solid choice. That's a solid choice for a club. Hello? Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you sitting here, just spacing out, so I come in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait for me, if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah. There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. The fact that I'm 99% sure that she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who promised the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Actually, okay, we're in good. Actually, there we go. Yeah, anime club's a good choice. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday that I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Making promises you can't keep. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. She probably just didn't plan it. I let out a lone sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. Let's go to the club. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. That's not a bad choice, though. That's like selling your soul for a slice of pizza at work. I dejectingly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. That's where Senpai is. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me the new member. I glanced around the room. Welcome to Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Hey, you know what? I can provide some good stuff to this club. The way that I read it, I thought she was yelling that I'm a slime. Ah, Slime. What a nice surprise. Your parents must have loved you for naming you Slime. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry? Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears completely more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Slime. So I guess we know her? Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Perfect gal. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Slime. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then, how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As they already mentioned, it's been widened so that there is no space next to Monika and the others, and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, here, are you ready? Ta-da! I can't make that noise. Anyway, Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. I wish I could see what they look like. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first, and Monika, then I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking at the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She's waiting for me to take a bite. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Exactly. You were gonna join the anime club, bro. I made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you, you know, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying the tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot, next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Funny thing to you, I can't read. I guess. Heh, don't let yourself get intimidated. You're just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy the tea. Dang, I'm exactly like the main character here. I'm glad. Oh man, I enjoy green tea. Green tea. If I ever make tea, it's green. It has to be green tea. And then I might put a little bit of honey in it. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So, what do you consider the literature... What made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be on the board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. They have too much funding, right? It feels like nothing but arguing about budget and and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. That makes sense. If it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika's really a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Slime, what things do you read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she's about to say something, but then keeps quiet. Not much as a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What I'm saying, I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling such a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid that the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. A good introvert. But you know, I like lots of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I'm reading a lot of horror lately. That's my least favorite genre. I read horror books. I read a horror book once. I desperately grabbed something I can relate to in a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having conversation with a rock. Well, I'm a slime, so I'm practically almost there. Really? Wouldn't I have expected that? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, what's that? Why's that? Well, it's just... Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind at last meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori slides behind Natsuki, puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poem. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it would help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Slime? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join the club. Story maybe have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with the dejected eye. Yeah, sorry about that. But I'm sorry. I thought, Slime, you all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sarah wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me there for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd have been super pissed. Then, that makes it official. Welcome to Literature Club. Yo, there's a jittery on the screen. That's not good. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Slime, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. I can really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I can already feel anxiety weighing up inside me. Meanwhile, the other girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up the food. Hey Slime, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walked home together before because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, I might as well. Yay! With that, the 2 of us depart the classroom to make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yori, and of course, Monica. Okay, my personal opinion here. I think, my initial reaction, Natsuki. The pink-haired one. The pink-haired one, I think that's my favorite right now. Alright. Will I really be happy spending every day at school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure in good fortune will find me. And I guess that started with writing a poem tonight. Alright, welcome to the interactive gameplay of Doki Doki Literature Club. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think the favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Alright guys, let's write a poem. So, we're trying to impress Natsuki. So we need cute things. So, let's... Oh, that's... okay, we'll go. Puppy. Let's do... like, calm. Okay. Marshmallow. Joy. Fun. Email fun. Fireflies. Cute. Kiss. Cheer. Laugh. Silly. Romance. Fantasy. Bouncy. Candy. Funny. Charm. Nibble. Fireworks? Okay. We'll see what that goes with. But I don't think Yuri jumped once. Hi again, Slime. Glad you didn't run away on us. Haha. Nah, don't worry about it. This might be a bit strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else has already been hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Slime. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst in literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join the club this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan on just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take this seriously, you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying manga and manga. Manga is literature. It is literature. That's correct. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back to her seat. Don't worry, guys. Slime always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy. It's so distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Heh. You two really are good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Slime can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems more oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? No, not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it was really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I was just thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal of it if you don't want to be. All right. Well, here. Yuri reaches through her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'd like despite not be reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it on your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. I think I'll be on this book for like a year. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scattered activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried into a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wanted to be bothered today. I slumped down the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? I guess I could always read something from the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is the idea of literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to the creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place, if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? You can always, I think food. Bring food to an event, you'll get a bunch of college kids together. Like, that's what I would do. Oh wait, oops, I skipped. What did that say? And after they come, we can do things to speak to their creative minds. What's that? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear deliberating like this. Huh? That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? I knew it. I knew it. I called it. What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes. Aha, good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to me, to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see this world through her eyes. Oh, that came out of nowhere. Wah! Oh, my eyes find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like this. This isn't the napping club. Does our school even have a napping club? I don't think a school would have that. That'd be cool though. You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna get less time for anime, you know? You need to get used to it. Don't say that out loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monika's overheard. It's true though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Heh. It's what I do best. That's a problem? What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. It's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over your face. Huh? Sayori glances around at herself. How's it written all over my face? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look at your bow. It isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe the stain off with my finger, but no one would even notice that. Of course they would. No one's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start buttoning up her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is a picture. Okay. It's so funny. What is it? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. You make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look so much better now. Ah, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttoned all her blazer once more. Good, she's back to normal. Phew! It's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? I think she said, what kind of question is that? And why are you saying that's like a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And if you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Aw, but I was joking this time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Huh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share poems we wrote down? Yay! Slime, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots around to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration, since I've never really done this before. Now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically put out their poems. Sayori's on the wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in her composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Alright, who should I go through first? I want to do Sayori's last. Let's do Yuri's first. Yuri seems most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. So it's bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hair. In her head. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes that we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What are you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something that you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just reading them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well... never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts and process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the purest but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm just saying, I haven't read cursive in a long time, so this was hard. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Mm-hmm. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Slime. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it like that. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright, that was a good poem. Let's do Monica. Hi, Slime. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Uh-huh. Don't worry, Slime. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But this sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had these sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are really different. Well, that might be the case. But maybe there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like you two really care about each other's well-being. Even though you show in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So maybe that kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You're sure not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing is kind of hard, kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that something so happy would enjoy such a sad thing too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love seeing you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little too biased towards their own kind of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Jesus Christ, okay. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Uh-huh. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, it's not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's the case. I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read the poem then. Hole in the wall. It could have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Now I can see really blind, film left in the sun, but not too late, my retinas. Already scorched with permanent copy of meaningless image. Just like a hole wasn't too bright, it was too deep. Stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Interesting. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. There's a lot of poems that haven't been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like this because it's kind of coming out strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way of thinking of this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, it just gets a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. That makes sense though, like, a lot of times we procrastinate on stuff, so that makes sense. Thanks for listening. Remember, always just do stuff. Just do it. Alright, Natsuki's next. Okay, let's get started with this. I don't like it. Let's get started with things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I'd be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what a real literature is like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's win or loss or that she doesn't like I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Grr, fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. So we can try to do all these things. Okay. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I liked it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But other nice things about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, set up for a rhyme at the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I mean that's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from you, the youngest one here, did you? I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I didn't really care how everyone is. But if Natsuki feels proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, cool. Who should I read next? Sayori. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Slime. Eh? I loved it. I had no idea you were so good. You were such a good writer. Sayori. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Uh-huh. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a slime poem. And that makes it extra special. I like that I can get your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. Oh my god, hold on. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy that you wrote this one. It just reminded me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the classroom. Well, of course. I'm not really into this yet, but it doesn't really mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Slime. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? And that'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you that then. Yay. Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Eh, we'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to keep me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait till the morning to write this? No? Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit yes or no question? I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that this was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially this last line. I made eggs and toast. You have time to make that in the morning? That's crazy. Even though you were late to school. Okay, never mind. She didn't have time to make it. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Alright, cool, we're done. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even though they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is the literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's why I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly exchange sheet of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrows in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissingly returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something to say nice? Thanks, but I don't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Slime did too. So, based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across anything particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Slime liked my poem, you know. He even told me he was impressed with it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Slime appreciated my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know... I know he didn't appreciate my advice more. And you're full of yourself. Huh? No. If I was full of myself, I would have deliberately gone out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the only one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Slime started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like the fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if I just noticed I was... As if they just noticed I was standing there. Slime? She's just tried to make me look bad. That's not true. She started. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. That's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason. The meaning should just jump out to the reader, not force them to figure it out. Help me explain to her, Slime. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most efficiently. Avoiding them not only unnecessarily limits yourself, but also is a waste. You understand that, right, Slime? Well? How do I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they're probably gonna think more highly of me. So, of course, that's gonna be... I want to pick Natsuki, but for obvious reasons. So I think we're gonna go with Natsuki. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I racked my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job of that. Yeah. It did, didn't it? It shows how much you know. That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looked like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glanced at over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that barely audible. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like I need you to apologize for me, Slime. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about, Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a hard time with it than Natsuki has had a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with me. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori. I'll go make some tea. Huh? I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Slime. And to be honest, it was a nice change of pace from lazing around the room like we used to do. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. Not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you could take the chance to pick a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess you're right. I guess you're the Vice President, Sayori. In the end, though, Monika's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's worth being so far. I guess it's worth it so far. Okay, everyone, that's just about time for us to leave. How do you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Slime, how about you? Yeah, I say the same. It was a really neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. Well, in that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Then maybe you learn something from your friends too, okay? So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself. Sorry, thought I heard something in my room. Anyway, I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do a little better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Slime, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. That's cute. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Slime, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you. That's... Every day is gonna get so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to see Sayori's internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, we're back to writing a poem. Hold on real quick. Alright, let's do a... Oh, that already auto-saved. Cool. I'll just do an empty slot there, though. Alright. On my quest to impress Natsuki, we need to choose stuff that is cute but doesn't speak to emotion, because that's what Sayori likes, and I can pretty much pick apart what Yuri likes, so I don't think I'll pick anything like that. So marshmallow, kawaii, which is cute, joy's emotion, so no. Why is suicide in there? Okay. Treasure. Oh, okay. What about flower? Oh, okay. Kitty. Chocolate. Lollipop. Raindrop, so that's hers, that's okay. Parfait. Ribbon. Friends. Bubbles. Dream. Let's do rainbow. Giggle. Lust. Play. Rose. Kiss. And swimsuit with Sunny. Alright, cool. Let's see what we get this time. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days, so we'd have time skip. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Slime. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get into a good mood. I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. You come to me to buy a snack. No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? What? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Uh-huh. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch to get it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill out on the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Ha ha ha. I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would have to lend it to you. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that leaves the one option. Ah, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Uh-huh. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. Huh? I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Slime to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved with like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can reasonably afford. And frankly, after putting a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough for retribution. Ah, I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. Aha. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Revolution. Okay, I don't know. Retribution. Okay, thank God I read it right. That still coming from you, Sayori. I guess a little devil inside us all, isn't there? Uh-huh. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Flap! Kya! What was... Eh? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid for my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that almost worked. Aha. I was trying to give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes, and it was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Well, Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Uh-huh. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie's still hard in hand. Natsuki reaches up and nudges Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you just seriously do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots out to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? good question. Have any of you heard of anything about her being too late? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, the doorway swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda got lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music well, Monica. I don't really. I kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay. That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I wouldn't let you down, Slime. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean to pressure you or anything like that. Don't worry about it. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out of Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finishes her entire cookie. Yori is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Oh yes, we get the Natsuki thing. You're looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts away my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How do you know that anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume manga amidst the stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull out the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches out of my hand. She then turns a box of manga, slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know the feeling. I get closer to look at the box she's admiring. Parfait, girls. A series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do that through the glass on the door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anyway. I didn't even say anything. It was your tone of voice. But I'll tell you something, Slime. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki puts out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. Oh wait, my bad. I'm gonna show you exactly why. There we go. She shoves the book right into my hand. My bad. My bad, I was doing something. Alright, I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be closer together like this. Don't just say that. You'll really make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few words for Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space where she hoped I wouldn't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and again? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happening yet, so I can't talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there gonna be a plot? Well, obviously. You'd think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining, but later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and why some of the romance starts to, and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it good. There's so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. Ah, this chapter seems to be about baking. It's just a guess, but there's baking in this manga. Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah, why does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. It just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel really bad for anyone that impressionable. Ahaha. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, all of the hobbies to pick up from a manga. That's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Aw, that's cute. Okay, I like that. We read on for a few minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something like this with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? That's a really good thing too. Like when you tell someone like, hey, if you watch this and they watch it, like that's a good feeling when they start watching it and they like it. You know, it kind of validates their own opinion. You don't? That's not. Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Ah, I'm sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being like, "Eh, you still haven't grown out of that yet?" Maybe makes me want to punch them in their face. Erg, I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitate towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So, Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading it or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. Ahaha. I totally forgot that happened. Natsuki puts a finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling that you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Eh? Are you all ready to talk about today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though, you do look pretty cozy over there, haha. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, I guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it over to Natsuki. You're just giving it back. Don't worry. Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Eh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really don't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it if you don't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start on the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only get partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. Manga is not that bad to read. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. Or is it poem time? Oh, it is poem time. Cool. I guess we'll start with Monica. Hi again, Slime. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Haha, I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright. I like it, Slime. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Uh-huh. Oh, jeez. No. It kinda makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. There's a lot of poems or stories out there that are no more than simple words. They can't be funny, enduring, or even sad. And sometimes only a few lines long. They might even feel like they've been written for kids. But if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anyone. You see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that. Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So you can see why it would be kind for your... So I can see why it would be kind of poem to explore. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless colloquy, or meaningless noise. The noise that won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Wait, there's more? Hold on, is that it? Load me? I really like Monica's poems, but it's only because I know stuff. But yeah, I really like her poems. It has a more abstract than last one. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of thing I never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really makes me feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's what Monica's tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You'll never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected happens. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Haha, that's my advice for the today. Thanks for listening. I mean, if you think about it, sleeping is... Nah, not really. I was trying to make... Sleeping is kind of like... I always think of driving like a loading screen. Like when you drive somewhere, it's like the loading screen of the world. Alright. Yuri! Are you still mad at me? For disrespecting Natsuki yesterday? Because reading this poem, now I know why you got mad at me. Because you prefer her writing over mine. It's not really true. Meaning, while I disrespected her, I disrespected you too, didn't I? Oh no. Yuri, you might be reading into this a little too much. How could I be so stupid? I always let these things happen. Whenever I think before I speak, I just come off awkward and unlikable. But when I speak without thinking, the things I want to keep inside come out and make people hate me. So please don't force yourself to be around me. I know this is what Monica wants, but it's not fair when you could be enjoying your time with Natsuki and Sayori. Yuri, please. It makes it easier for me if you don't express any concern. Besides, I have my books with me. That's all I need. No, now I feel bad. Yuri smiles sadly and puts her hand down her desk. I'm frustrated. I don't hate her, but it's if she's not capable of listening to me over her own thoughts. I sigh to myself. All I can do is accept that's how she is. If she wants to be left alone, then I have no choice but to abide to that request. Wait, we didn't even get the poem. We didn't even get her oh, we pissed her off. Now I feel bad, okay. Now I feel bad, okay. Ooh, I like this one, Slime. It has a nice feeling in it. Oh, I'm glad. Still, though, your tone makes it sound like you liked yesterday's poem better. I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good. Well, don't try to be nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, I'd rather just hear it. No. I still like this one, I promise. You know, I wouldn't lie to you, Slime. Never ever. Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem great compared to this one, then? Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go with my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. If I'm not sure that's exactly how it works, then anyway, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Huh? Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You always write something for me. That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes I like a bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What word am I looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give your rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Slime. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like a lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like bundles of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger to pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle in the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in a bottle all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is the starlight of my amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and come in, friends. They come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them in front of my shelf, one after the one, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They're supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is an echo, 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 inside my head. Interesting. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday that I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've really been in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good. You should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep up with it. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori always has a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it with no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alright, one more. Natsuki. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. But now she must have read it more than once. This isn't... Is that bad? No, it's not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I said it. Why is that supposed to... This isn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me. Obviously, you think I'd let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? I'll tell you. You. Natsuki's face freezes. She just realized something. You're trying to impress me? Natsuki vigorously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. And the poem slips out of her hand and flutters to the floor. I have to use the bathroom. Red-faced, Natsuki quickly walks out of the room. Hey, Slime. Did you do something to Natsuki? I just saw her rush out like that. You don't do anything terrible. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No. I just told her that. My voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I could tell Monika I was trying to impress Natsuki. Monika sees the poem lying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She skims over the second time and her smile is not fading from her face. I see. At first I thought you liked her writing style, but you wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day too? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, Slime? Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind, just kidding. I don't understand Monika's joke at all. I get it. Oh my god. That's good. I can't say why, but that's good. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need to answer that. It was just something you think about. Hey, Natsuki comes up and snatches the poem out of Monika's hand. Neither of us had noticed her re-enter the classroom. Did you read this, Monika? Of course, I liked it. Ugh. You should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know? You have a bad habit of doing that. Huh? But Slime wrote this poem, and we're supposed to share with everyone, right? Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think Slime is done sharing his poem with everyone. And it's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm going to hold on to this. If you insist. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Never mind. Well, I guess Natsuki has my poem now. Not that I really plan on keeping it. Anyway, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, Ricky, wriggly, harried, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has cute singing voice. I heard her sing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chords, my heart would pound. The rhythm of the words, but she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. Always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. I'm going to tell everyone. I never really got bitten by spiders, so I don't really have any opinions about them, but I'm not really scared of them. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday. Yesterday was too short. I was just warming up. Hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can't explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of people finding out. They make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of people can too. That's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message away from it. I like conveying emotions, it's important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow. Too, so look forward to it. Alright. We're done reading everyone's poems, right? I have something extra planned for the day, so if everyone could sit to the front of the room. It's about the festival. Well, sort of. Do I have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together something good in a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us why we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? But, Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us is giving a chance to perform a poem and recite it during the event. But the cool part is, we're going to let anyone else come up to recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring posters, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's a bad idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people I like that. I agree with Natsuki. I can never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand what they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud in front of a whole room full of people. I guess I kinda overlooked that. I'm so sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. And if we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better. Be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find some feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it takes us standing in front of the room with 2 minutes to reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expressive faces. Sigh. I guess I don't have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously gonna be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem for yourself. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite the poem in front of the club, how are you expected to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. We'll start off to help everyone feel a bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she had in mind for herself. She then stands to the podium. The title of the poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to imply emotion behind the lines she recites, bringing the words to life. This is something she's done before, or simply a natural. I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori is amazed. Yuri looks at an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes reciting. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping I set a good example. Are you ready for the next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches the sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. The poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances around at us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called Affirmage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts to read the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri got absorbed into her books. Her quivering voice transformed to a sharp syllabus with a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and structure that it enhances. It inoculates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealing in her head. Suddenly, she finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Nope. And glances around at her, as if belittled by herself. It's up to me to save the situation. The first, start applauding. Everyone joins me after, and we give Yuri recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want her to applaud for her, but we were caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thanks for sharing. Looked like Sayori is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops up from her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Aha. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys even do it so easily? Try not to think like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best it can. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori's is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives me a new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach her more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes as we applaud. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Even Slime liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it must be that other poems wouldn't quite work well with that kind of delivery. I didn't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where the sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work at all. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's a little embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenged you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay, now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Slime. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Slime lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, feeling terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki belligerently gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why Are You Looking at Me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem's called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her attitude disappears a little bit. While she's a little unused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well with this when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, wasn't it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, you at least feel prepared enough to recite the poem in front of other people. I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I can put whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, it's just how it is. Well, I guess that's the case. I won't have much of a worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick up home and get enough practice for the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting those effort into the club. It makes you really happy. No problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about does it for the day. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we're finishing planning tomorrow, so we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can't do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find some enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica, I'll have to do it. I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well... how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Slime. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is a bit more quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spaced out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles on her words. So let's just say that one day, Natsuki asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Oh, what? Oh no, what do I say? Well, we both... Oh, what do I do? What do I do? I like Natsuki, but I feel like I need to make her feel better. Walk with Sayori. I guess we do live with each other. Well, not live with each other, but we live next to each other. I'm gonna do the bad thing. I don't know what to pick. You know what? I did it. Walking home with Natsuki, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I think I'd be afraid of what she would do to me if I turned her down. Isn't she kind of cute to be fun around? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point to speculating something about never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Oh no, don't say that. Need you? Sayori. I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. No one in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and left feeling awkward. But it's kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I just can't lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time. Alright, let's write ourselves a poem. We're still going with Natsuki, so... Alright. Pink. Kawaii. Anime. Oh my god. Great. Heart. Okay, that's not. Treasure. Jumpy. Waterfall. Breathe. Together. Let's do smile. Hop. Dream. Sunny. Fluffy. Starscape. Flower. Cheer. Kiss. Doki Doki. Okay, we're... Aw, man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. Hahaha. You must have had a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination. I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help me for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part in the festival, but it's a whole day with the school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound like a bit like a Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? Calamari's pretty good. You of all people. I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by all of you people? Because It's right in your name. Monica. Hey, it's not like you're supposed to say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. That's probably the translations from Japanese to English, maybe? Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting on her desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Oh, we broke her. Eh? You're spacing out again. Uh-huh. Sorry. Siri, shut up. Don't mind me. You can go to everyone else. Huh? Is everything okay? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It's just that you're a little of... I'm sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Siri shows a little of a smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worryingly glanced at Sayori before turning back to everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed, with everyone back to their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she knows anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Slime, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little bit strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into a little too much, but she seems to be a little bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. It's not a good sign, bro. Maybe there's something on her mind. And I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Slime. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talking about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'd drop it now. No, it's important for me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Slime. Me? How on earth would we come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks to me about you more than anything else, you know? Eh? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. That can't be true. Sayori, it's always like that. She always seems to be full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it has always been. You're so funny, Slime. Haven't you thought that maybe you've always seen her so cheerful? Because that's how she's always been around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do you mean? What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget what I said. Hold on, what? Can we go back? Because that's how she is when she's around you. Or you thought that maybe you've always seen her as cheerful. I'm watching you, Monica. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Ha. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully, not menacingly. That would be weird. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she keeps her voice quiet and I can't hear from her. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her, but have fun with everyone else. But that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her? that I'm letting this weigh me down so much. It feels like I'm the one behaving out of ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Hey you. Huh? I looked up to see Natsuki next to me. Are you gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't that much time, so... sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like I'm worried. I was just... Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume of manga in her hand. That's right. Something just came up for a minute, but we can get started now. I won't make you wait any longer. Jeez. Now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something's bothering you, then why don't you just tell me... Then you can just tell me to leave you alone and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. She practically mumbles that last part. Now I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I just been thinking about Sayori, that's all. Sayori? Thinking about her? Yeah, she seems pretty down today. But she doesn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh. Natsuki exhales. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. But anyway, you're her best friend, right? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Then in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she'd go to, right? Well, I guess that's true. I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her because it's not important. Yeah, that's kind of what she said to me. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'd be a lot more obvious. Yeah. I should have thought about that. I should have thought about it that way from the start. Natsuki fiddles around with the book she's holding in her hands. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friend. I mean, you were worried about me, so... I was not. Jeez, you're fine. Let's hurry and get this started anyway. Yeah. I pull the first volume of Perfect Girls out of my bag. Natsuki takes it from my hand and quickly turns over, presumably to check for wrinkles. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle manga all the time, you know. I just wanted to make sure. Can you blame me for being paranoid? I don't give people my manga every day, you know. That's true. I don't blame you. Well, anyway, let's put this one back. I'm gonna get the next one, okay? Natsuki makes her way to the closet. I follow. So you're gonna tell me everything you thought, right? Where did this volume leave off again? I forgot. The chapter ended when Minori and Alice found... Monica? Natsuki's voice resonates out of the inside of the closet. I peer inside. All of Natsuki's books lined up on the top shelf. Did you move my manga again? Sorry. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in her closet, so I had to move some stuff around to clean up a bit. It's all still there, I just had to organize it a bit. The top shelf is far above Natsuki's head. She makes a futile hop to try to figure out how to reach her manga. Jeez. This is so inconvenient. I'm moving all these books back down. There's plenty of room on these shelves. And besides, they're really pretty looking when they're all lined up. Why would you waste that on the top shelf? Natsuki. There's a stool on the wall there. In the closet, there's a collapsible stool that hangs on the wall. If you want, I could reach up there and hand them to you. I can get them myself. Natsuki grabs the stool from the wall and folds it. You think I'm too short or something? I mean, I knew it. Well, you know what? Just watch me. Natsuki hops onto the stool with the ends up being a little wobbly because of its collapsible design. Careful. I know what I'm doing. Standing at the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach the top shelf. The stool should be enough for me to easily grab the books, but Natsuki is being stubborn as well. Natsuki uses her fingers to scoot one of the smaller boxes to the edge of the shelf. See? Yeah. The book suddenly tips. The box suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls to the floor. The stool wobbles. Wah! Losing balance, Natsuki hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to stay on her feet. She holds the box triumphantly. There. Having almost fell, Natsuki is a bit shaken up. Jeez. No need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you'll be able to get that bigger box down like that. I can reach them, so just... I said I can do it. I don't want your help, okay? I'm gonna get a chair, so just hang on. Natsuki forced her way past me to get out of the closet. Let's see. The classroom chairs have the desk attached, so they're too inconvenient to fit into the closet. Aha! Natsuki trots over to the teacher's desk, which has a computer chair behind it. She rolls it on the wheels back to the closet. A little dangerous since the chair swivels and rocks. But I've already learned my lesson, so I'll keep my mouth shut. Natsuki climbs on the chair and slowly balances onto her feet. Since she refuses my help, I take a seat with my back against the side of the doorway and simply watch. Oh, I've never seen this one before. That's cool. There we go. See, I can easily get it now. Natsuki grabs the stack of manga and bends down to put it on the shelf below. Wah! The chair swivels. Natsuki catches herself on the shelf. What are you doing? Can you at least hold on the chair steady or something instead of doing nothing? Who was that told me not to help? Yeah, I got you. I hold the chair while Natsuki reaches back down. I can almost see her skirt. I force myself to turn away. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. Once she realizes I'll be dead. Huh? Natsuki wraps her arms around the Perfect Girl's box set, easily the largest one on the shelf. Heavy. Hey, Slime. I don't think I can bend down without falling. Hurry and take this one. Eh? But then I have to let go of the chair. That's fine. Just for a second. Hurry up. Alright. Just let me stand up. I slowly release my grip for the chair. What do you mean, stand up? Natsuki looks down at me. Why are you all the way back? Eh? Natsuki looks down and she realizes something, but she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki, the box. What are you looking at? You're trying to look at my... Natsuki's legs shake. I'm not. I'm just... Natsuki, don't move. Just give me the box. You perv. You set me up. Go away. Get out. But I'll do it myself. The chair suddenly swivels beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki? Yeah. The scene turns into chaos into a split second. The chair flies from under Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I try to catch her. The box topples out of her hand and the books go flying. I got you. Crash. The full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. A whole bunch of books pelt me in the face. Natsuki tries to shield herself with her own arms as her face lands straight onto my chest. Ugh. My right arm is on my back seriously felt the impact. Ugh. Slowly Natsuki comes to her senses. Ugh. She presses her arm straight onto me as she props herself up. Eh? Natsuki seems to realize that it's not the floor beneath her. Gross. Jack? A fist pounds into my chest. Natsuki hoists herself to her feet. What were you thinking? You sicko. Everything okay over there? I heard a lot of noise. Monika suddenly peers in. Monika, see what happens when you put the manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Jeez. Sorry. Aha. Oh, so one more thing. It seems like the most recent club member is a total pervert. So I hope you're happy. I didn't... Somehow it's impossible for me to explain the whole bizarre situation to Monika. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know, don't worry. Monika says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no. Huh? I look down. Natsuki is kneeling on the floor holding one of the books that is scattered all over. There's a large diagonal crease across the page that she's desperately trying to smooth out. I must have landed on the page. Natsuki tries a bit more to flex the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly, she gives up and slams the book shut and throws it to the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she lowers her head. Sob. Natsuki, are you okay? No. Natsuki's voice squeaks. I see tears on your face. Uh-huh. I'll help you get the crease out, okay? It's practically my fault, so... Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No. I don't even care that much. I'm having a really bad day today. Natsuki sobs again. I didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to. It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Natsuki shakes her head. Just every day. It's so hard. I just want to come to the club and... Natsuki falls silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how... I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do. Alright. Well, I'll help clean this up. And I'll move the rest of your manga for you. I can pick up volume 2 of Perfect Girls. We'll set this one aside. That'll help cheer you up, right? We can get started on this one once I'm done. Natsuki looks up with her glossy eyes. Her lips quiver. You're really nice to me. Eh? That sounds really strange coming from Natsuki. I didn't expect that at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know? Natsuki lowers her head and sniffles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice, at least I could do. The next couple of minutes are silent between us as I begin gathering the scattered books. I make sure to flip them into the box in the correct order. After a little bit, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and I hoist the box onto the shelf where Natsuki wanted to put it. Then, I go to the stool and quickly finish moving the rest of the books from the top shelf. Alright, that should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. Uh-huh. It's nothing. Natsuki's holding the volume I set aside in her hand. Alright, I'm ready. Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyway. You're taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up, if you insist. And then they read. We sit in the same spot as last time and open the second volume. Natsuki's mood improves, laughing and pointing things out to me. She's surprisingly sharp, making note of a lot of subtle, repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed with how everything ties together in this manga. I guess Natsuki has good taste after all. At some time, Monika gets our attention as usual. It's time to share our poems again. I guess I'm holding on to this for now. Yep. Even if you sound more enthusiastic this time. Well, I'm starting to get into it, you know? Told ya. Yeah. I returned to my seat and slipped the book into my bag. Who should I share my poem with first? I think we should get Yuri out of the way, because I don't think she'll like my poem. Yuri doesn't look too enthusiastic about spending time with me. I guess if she changes her mind, she'll come to me. But I should leave her be for now. Damn, I didn't know you could do that. Okay. I thought we'd always read the poem, but I guess not. I guess she hates me. Hi, Slime. Have you thought about what you were submitting to perform for the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see... Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monika take the poem I'm holding in my hands. It's pretty good. You've been spending some more time with Natsuki, haven't you? You must like her writing style. Yes. I think it's the neat way to tell a story. I don't disagree. Natsuki's poems may be cute, but they also have meaningful. I can see why you're into her style. I guess that means you're not as much of a fan of Yuri's poems then. I wouldn't say that. I kinda like everyone's poems. That's true, but I'm sure you like some more than others, right? Like, Yuri uses complex words and symbolism, or Sayori's way of expressing happiness or sadness in a more direct way. You must have some kind of preference, don't you? Not that a contest or anything. I was just curious, that's all. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells a lady who wanders earth, the lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who's found every answer, a meaning, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, a victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky, until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall, and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady knows everything the lady knows everything, knows what I'm thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we all seek only the impossible. I am your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with the breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. I don't really get the meaning of the poem, but okay. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but when it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. See, I never really put that much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start losing its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Oh, I see. Hold on. Yeah. Yes, that. Anyway, here's Monica writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can really be disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put into so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, or okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that they went into it, and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. It's almost like being a streamer. Okay, Sayori. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, I don't need to worry about what I think. Probably Natsuki? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant though, but it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Slime. Sayori, is there something wrong? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori. Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Well, we don't even get to read her poem. Let's see. You certainly enthusiastic today. Of course. You know I like your writing. I'm just surprised. It seems like you had a lot of trouble admitting that before. Well, of course. I just had to put you in your place a little bit. It's not like I was shy or anything stupid like that. Or jealous. I really wasn't jealous. Just because you happen to be a good writer, that's such a dumb thing to get jealous about. Natsuki. What? You're not very confident about your writing, are you? What are you talking about? My writing is obviously the best. Right. It took me a while to figure out, but I finally did. Maybe Natsuki acts so arrogant because she's trying to make up for her own insecurities. She acts like she's the best, then other people might think that way too. Right. Slime, please, just tell me you like my poems. I don't care if you hate them. Just please tell me I'm the best. I just really need to hear that from someone. I know it sounds stupid, but there's a reason I never shared my poems before this. Natsuki. Because no one ever takes me seriously. What's the point in sharing my poems if people just laugh and say that's so cute, just like you, Natsuki? Sometimes I just don't want to be cute, but no one understands that. I just try really hard when I write. The style doesn't matter. The emotions are there. Why can't anyone else see that? I just want... Natsuki trails off. Maybe it's because her lips started to quiver. I look down. Her fists are clenched really tightly. Hey, Natsuki. If you're not careful, you'll rip your own poem. I gently grab the poem with my hands until she relaxes her grip on it. I place it flat on the desk and smooth out the wrinkles that she put into it. Don't read it. Before I can pick it up, Natsuki snatched the poem from the desk. It's not any good. And I know you hate my poems. So you don't have to read this one, okay? But I want to read it. Why? Because I like your poems. I really do. Why would I judge you for your style? It's not like my own style is anything crazy. I mean, it's true that the first time I read one of your poems, I didn't look much into it. But I know you better now. And it's wrong for Yuri to think your style is more amateur than hers. And Sayori, she always meant well, but sometimes she's so focused on simple happiness that she doesn't understand what people really want. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about it that hard. I guess I never really thought about it, how hard it is for you. And I'm sorry if I was part of that problem. I understand now. You're not just cute, you're a lot more than that. Ah, Natsuki, you're doing it again. Once again, Natsuki clenches her poem a little too hard. She looks down, hiding her eyes from me. I never realized how difficult this was for her. But finally, she forced herself to extend an arm and set her poem on the table. You can read it. Just turn that way. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to look at you at my face right now. Okay, I will. I'll be your bench. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap. In a way, I thought you had left long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts into a pile of sand. Bathe in the sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities into the salty sea, and let me see you shine. Let me leave your memories on the footprint trail, so you'll free my windy sail. And remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap. In a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me be by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you learn to love yourself again. That cut's pretty deep. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write about something that was a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. It's kind of hard to write anything negative about the beach. So you decide to write about the beach first and then come up with the message later. Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri, and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing. She wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it or whatever. I see. I don't really have much to contribute here since I didn't actually read Yuri's poem. You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about simple topics and trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was a good practice. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me or something to say strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing for something terrible is about to happen. In your books, I mean. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, it seems you're right. Sigh. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It always likes everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously. Of all the times to not go home with her, and you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she kinda been avoiding me today, so I don't want to force it. Whew. That's a curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked with her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out what the rest of the festival preparations are. How about you tell me what she said? We're not just gonna skip over that. Let's decide on what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. We might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle all that by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? Oh, that's sad. I'm useless. No, it's not that at all. You're just the most talented person here, you know? Dude, this isn't a good sign. No, Natsuki's pounding too. Jeez, I can't even tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't be the leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have a beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts to nod to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Slime. The one who's truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It'd probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. That's, as Monica's suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members. How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I won't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I can give you. It's not like Monika's gonna give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you really like to handle the baking on your own. Slime may not like to be around you if you'll make him be a nuisance, so therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How could it be making a few decorations anyway? How hard could it be making a few decorations? Sounds like you're just making excuses for slime too. But what are you saying? I'll be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't. Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Slime to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten any chance to spend any time with me yet, you know. So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Slime, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Ah, of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. Hold on a minute, guys. Are we gonna just ignore that Sayori's gone? I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors, but Monika said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez. Do you really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean to be this difficult. Just think about the club, okay? I don't think it's going to allow me to click Monika. I think it's going to divert. Because I've clicked on these two before. Well, I guess you should probably help Monika. Yay, you picked me. Hold on one second. Yeah. Monika, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. But I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suited for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Slime was the one who... that doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monika. You're supposed to make the responsible decisions for the club. Monika, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? The fact that it sounds like you guys are the ones with the ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, it wouldn't have been made such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monika. Yeah, we have lots of work to do, you know. We wouldn't be good at job if you make us work alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monika. We went to our event to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. Yeah. So you're just gonna do the right thing, President. Okay, I get it. Sigh. It's technically the most logical for Slime to help one of you two. So, I guess that's what we'll do. Okay, that's what I thought would happen. Alright, well, you already know what I'm gonna choose anyway. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people. Don't worry, baking's a ton of fun. We'll definitely agree. Just a minute ago you were saying that. That's because... Never mind, okay? Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it, after all. That's good. Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a bit hard to not feel bad. So, that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes. Everything except the performance is going to be awesome. I don't think that really counts. What about you, Slime? Me? I guess I could say that I'm interested in how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. Okay, here's wouldn't it make sense for her to just bring the supplies over to Natsuki's house? Like, wouldn't that make more sense? Natsuki starts pounding too. It's not that big of a deal or anything. Well, it might just be that. I think that Yuri just might be feeling a bit underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do, and then nobody offered to help, that doesn't mean... Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with worried expression. Look, Natsuki goes over and puts her hand down on Yuri's shoulders. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here. And you're the one that's going to help make the event a lot of fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're going to make the atmosphere special. That's really important for the way that people feel during the performances. So, you need to stop being so dumb and give yourself a bit more credit. Natsuki releases her hand and turns around and faces the other direction. You don't really mean that, do you? Not really, but Yuri's isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are a bit taken back by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, out of all people, saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I could tell that she tried to say something Sayori would at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm gonna do my best. And all of us are gonna make it a really great event. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time to head out. Okay, but I'm staying here for a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so fair enough. Nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other. Where are you going? We still need to figure out plans for the weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Geez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Natsuki gives her number to me. Okay. I'm coming over on Sunday. I'm bringing all my ingredients. Wait, you're coming over to my house? Well, yeah. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I'd be going to your house. Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me. Really? That's kind of strict if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just need to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. Alright, fine by me. Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you better look forward to it. Oh, did you say that you were gonna get me to do the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like in front of everyone that I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all. That's all it is, so... Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday. Ah. Never mind. Ah, so we're gonna have, Natsuki over. Can't believe it, Natsuki's gonna be coming over to my house on Sunday. Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori. My anxiety still shoots over the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what that might end up happening when we're outside school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monika said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with that, then I'll be a good time. Or, counter-argument, just God fucking damn it. Content warning, depression and self-hate. That's a freaking great sign. Okay. Well, okay, you saw my pinned comment, so let's go. It's already Sunday. I'm getting incredibly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she acts different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We've sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turns out to be a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emojis and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I also saw that coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard anything from Sayori since the club left early that day. It's not like we texted all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, it's really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Fuck, okay. I decided to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I'm simply telling her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a habit to simply entering each other's homes like we were family. Fuck. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange for her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom when I finally find her. Sayori. Oh, hi, Slime. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over all this time, have you? I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room's as messy as it always been. I also recognize some stuffed animals that was in the wall decorations you had used for now. If you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but I won't. Wait, how did you know that? Sayori already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Natsuki then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in random directions. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shake your head. That's no good, Slime. Eh? Why can't you just let me be like it always been? It's all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have had me come here. You wouldn't have had me thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. So I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Aha. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Slime. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Slime? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste to have them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me her entire time that I've known her? Did I really want so badly for me just to not think? Did she really want so badly for me just not thinking about her? Why, Sayori? Huh? Why is it you never told me about this? It's almost like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if you knew, I would have done everything I could to support you, even if there's only so much I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. And you don't understand at all, Slime. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I did tell you, then you would have to waste effort on caring about me, instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people take care of me, or try to take care about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Slime. There's nothing at all. The only thing that would have helped if everything could have been like how it already was, but I'm selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm gonna accept these punishments. Because I deserve every one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Slime. Sayori. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But everyone underestimates how much I care. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Slime. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remains by her side. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No. Don't do this to me. Please, don't do this. Slime. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'd get mad if you didn't. Or I get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Slime. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival's tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? Huh? It's what I want. I promise. I think it would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, it had to be the one where I had other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, I don't want you to come along and... At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that'd be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki's about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worried too much and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I spend only a few minutes back at home, anxiously waiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me letting me know she's outside my front door. Without delay, I open the front door and let her in. Sup? Hey. I don't know what I was expecting. Seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Jeez, don't make me feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because we're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki's carrying a large bag, probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You brought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients, and if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that this is a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. Why are you not gonna offer to take some... What, you're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Slime? Come on. Since when do I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Jick, this is ridiculously heavy. Aha. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I'm impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. Heh. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist to my chest. Hey. Your size has nothing to do with that. Do you really hate being small that much? It's not like that I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't you think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school? Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. Aha. What? It's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey, are you treating me like a kid? I was trying to be a bit more nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri, doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki, forget it. I didn't say anything. You should apologize. I appreciate that you weren't trying to be nicer. I should have been a lot more considerate too. But also, that's what you're thinking when you should... That's what you're thinking, then you should know that there's a ton of guys who are into body types like yours. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Gross. Hey, was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. You get all sour when girls call you gross. I finally found your weakness, Slime. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, then there's no way I'm gonna be fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now. Finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixture isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we have to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Slime, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think they're still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. Ah, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do what you want to. Ah, you're asking me? I don't really have any preference, so come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki's trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. Ah, that does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following the instructions. The presentation is what gets to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if you just look at it, makes everyone else light up. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you started to understand. Just make sure to completely finish mixing the icing before you mess up with the food coloring. Hold on real quick. YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain. Uh-oh. Hold up real quick. Is everything good? Oh well, we'll keep going. Yeah, it's getting there. We're using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with the whisk and having a huge bowl for the icing. The icing is still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Yeah, well, I'll just take a little longer. Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs a whisk from me and uses the other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger into the icing and pops into her mouth. I reluctantly do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my whisk. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, eh? Are you trying to forget who did all the work? I start to fight back and trying to inch my finger towards the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for the finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger, just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me caused me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross. You got it on my feet. Whose fault was that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's chest. Ugh. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez. You know what? Take this. She instead wipes off her finger before shoving her finger towards my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Man, this is a sight. Okay. Stop. Not till you apologize for calling me gross. Fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. I know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do know that all the time. You do that all the time, you know? Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me? You really shouldn't tease the girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I should probably do this either. I take Natsuki's fingers and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. What? Did you seriously just... Ah. Natsuki is so surprised that she can't figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Slime, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me? Just like that? How did the mood turn so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. Cough. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning on the oven. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. The tension from the moment before lingers before our heads, but the moment has already lost. I watch Natsuki slide the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. And that smells good. The cupcakes are ready to be put out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in the trays. They even look better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into the bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles here that'll make it look nice and fluffy. This one could even make flowers. We probably won't even be using it this time, though. What is this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that make much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin. You can use it to make stripes or other simple patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on cupcakes. Like happy birthday or whatever. Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Well, it's a literature club, right? We can make more literature themed by writing different words on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see how people choose their cupcakes based on the word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but it's actually a really cute idea. So, maybe I'm getting it from you. What is that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well, Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Did you say something? Nothing. Let's just get to the icing. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens nozzles to each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about before Natsuki quickly moves on, she shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. When we're finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look how pretty they are together. Yeah, they sure are, aren't they? Well, I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reasons we can't, right? I don't see any harm in it. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, she'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we could have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you always have this chance. Man, as usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then it probably can do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. Haha. I wish I could listen to me more when she listens. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. I think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point, it felt like she could listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just then, just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, I didn't have the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted. Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. Huh? What you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be like that all way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over any time, okay? I think that if it's possible, I could spend more time like this. If you wanted to read manga or go out somewhere, do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely like she was trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. Slime, I thought you'd only care about getting this done. I'm sorry I have to leave so early today. I really don't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so... Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks at me. Her fingers gently clutch the side of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks are matching eyes filled my vision along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breath against me. I've felt it for a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Eh? Ah. Hi, Slime. Sayori? Just now, we weren't... It's okay, Slime. I just stopped to say hi. Uh-huh. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Aw, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off, and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. I had to come here to see it for myself. See what? What were you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you've gotten to her. It really makes me really happy that you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start falling down Sayori's face. That's all that I meant to me. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Slime? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Slime. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm gonna be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I've always I put my hands on her shoulders to reassure her. I'm scared, Slime. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Slime, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anyone. I slide my hands down Sayori's arms and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Worthlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm gonna give to you. Ah, Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna be a monster. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need the most for things to be... What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and I know what'll make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help you get things back to where they were. I see. Sayori forced a smile through an incredibly pained expression. This is what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest. I should write a poem about that. Sayori, it's okay. It's just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I know this whole time there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. So I can get the answer I needed to hear. And other things. You're also right that I just need to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Slime. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden she turns around and drops to her knees. She clutches her head with both hands and screams as loudly as she can. I'm shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulders and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in front of my home. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I could do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her be on the path that's right. But having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is, even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until they're back the way they were. I'm gonna give it everything I got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. Content warning, suicide. Y'all know what's about to happen. This game's been out for a while. Like, yeah. Just break it off slowly, I guess. Fuck. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expect this to be the one where I'd be waiting to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that it's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry the cupcakes by myself, carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Fairly enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Slime, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica's placing her booklets on each of the desks of the classroom. They must be the ones that she prepared to have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You would think on the day that's important she would try a bit harder. I say that, but suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. I suddenly feel awful knowing that it's not nearly as simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Uh-huh. You should take a little responsibility first, Slime. I mean, especially after your exchange with her. How do you know about that? You weren't there yesterday, Monica. How the fuck did you know that? You kinda left her hanging this morning. Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. But... Hey, what's up? I stammer embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes you really seem like a bad guy here. But I'm really the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so... Don't worry. I probably know more than you think. Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, did you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it almost a professional feel. Fuck. I recognize that Suki and Yuri's poem will be on the ones that they performed during the practice. What's this? I flipped Sayori's poem. It's different than the one that she practiced. This one I haven't read before. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. But this poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Ah! What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pinch in my stomach. Slime? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal, at least for her. Or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes you really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things would be the same as they always been. That she needs what I want. That all she needs is what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Well, I'm not ready for this. I'm going to be honest with you. I know what happens. I'm not ready for this at all. I hate horror games. Fuck this shit. Fuck. She's really a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Fuck. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really don't want to have to enter her room like this. This isn't kind of breach of privacy. Please don't enter the room. I don't want to go in there. Please stop. But she leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sorry. Fuck. Shit. I think I worked myself up too much. I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, content warning, guys. Okay. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up to a few days ago. That's why I can't believe my eyes are showing me. It suppressed my urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I'd be there for her. I told her that I know what's best. I know everything will be okay. Then why would she do this? How could she be so helpless? Hopeless. What did I do wrong? Turn down her confession? That has to be what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. I just spent more time with her. Walked her to school. If I gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend, someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where you can just reset and try something different. If I had one chance, I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needs for me. And now, I can never take that back. Never, 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 never. End. Is it truly the end, though? Is it truly the end, though, for us, boys and girls? Yeah, the game's a little fucky now, so I think this is where we're gonna end part 1 of this. Part 1 was very mellow, for a reason, but I think next part will be much more interesting in terms of the horror aspects. But if you haven't played Doki Doki in a while, there's a thing here. So to make the game a bit more congruent, not congruent, but with like consoles and stuff, they added the desktop to because the desktop does play a good point in the game at some point. But this is where all of the photos are saved, like on here. And if we earn any sketches from, I believe this is fan art, like we also get those here. Like concept arts and all that stuff are on here. So I think that's pretty cool. And I can set it as the wallpaper. But you can also go here. You can set that as wallpaper. Your desktop wallpaper cannot be changed due to the administrator. What? Am I not the admin on my own desktop? Okay, that's odd. But anyway, let me put myself down to normal size. Okay. But no, this is really cool. There's extra stuff in here that we can explore later too. But as you can tell by the time, it's pretty late. And I got stuff I gotta do. So thanks for part 1 of Doki Doki. I'm probably going to have a lot more reactions this time around, but my goal for this stream was to get through part 1. Next time will be a lot more interesting, and I'll have a lot more reactions out of me. But, yep, I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you, and you're going to watch me suffer next time, because I don't know. I always work myself up because I've played this game before, and I work myself up for jump scares, because I know it's about to happen. When I know something happens, like, that gets my heart rate going a little bit more. And yeah, it's not fun. But anyway, thanks y'all for going. Thanks y'all for watching. And I will talk to you next time. See ya.